Have you ever noticed that some English sentences sound more powerful, more balanced, and more impressive? For example, if I say, not only did she win the competition, but she also broke a record. Or if I say, either you take action now or you miss the opportunity. Now, these two sentences don't just connect ideas, they create impact, don't they? So, what makes them so strong and powerful? Well, the secret is something called correlative conjunctions. Correlative conjunctions. And today, I promise, after this video, you will start using them confidently in your speaking, writing, and even competitive exams. So stay focused till the end because I will also give you a quick challenge. So without any further delay, let's get into the video. So let's understand first what are correlative conjunctions. Correlative conjunctions are pairs of words that work together to join equal parts of a sentence. Like, remember this clearly that they always come in pairs, okay? They join equal grammatical elements. These two are really important to remember. So what they can join? They can join word plus word, phrase plus phrase, clause plus clause. So you can think of them as a team of two. So they just work in team, all right? Team of two. So one word cannot work without the other. That is correlative conjunction. Let's understand the most commonly used correlative conjunctions with clear examples. Here is the first. Either or, very commonly used pair. This pair is used to show choice between two options. For example, either you apologize now or you lose the chance. Option. Another example. We can either watch a movie or go for dinner. So if you ever want to give other the option, then do not forget to use this pair, either or. Now, here is a tip for you. In formal English, when subjects are different, the verb agrees with the nearest subject. For instance, either the teacher or the students are responsible. So here you can see the verb are is here, not is, okay? Because the students is closer to the verb. So students are responsible. Have a look at the next pair of correlative conjunction. This is neither nor. This pair is used to show negative choice. You are giving choice again, but in a negative sense. For example, neither Rahul nor Aman was present. She likes neither coffee nor tea. Now remember one thing, most of the time people make this mistake. They use neither nor as well as don't or doesn't in a sentence, which makes a sentence incorrect. Like if you are saying, she doesn't like neither tea nor coffee, this is incorrect sentence. So the correct sentence should be, she likes neither tea nor coffee. When you use this pair, neither nor, the sentence is already negative. So you are not supposed to add one more negative word to it. The next pair, not only but also. This pair is used to add extra information and make the sentence stronger. Example, she is not only talented but also hardworking. Or he not only completed the task but also submitted it on time. This structure makes your English sound more advanced and impressive. So, in formal English, we sometimes invert the sentence. It happens. Like, Not only did she win, but she also inspired others. So we inverted it. That sounds powerful, right? Here we go to the next pair, both and. This one is used to include two things positively. For example, she bought both shoes and a handbag. Another example, both the manager and staff agreed. So this is very common in speaking English, and I think you guys also use this. Next, this one is whether or, the pair of whether or. This is used when we are talking about two possibilities. So when there are two possibilities, use whether or. For instance, I don't know whether he will come or not. I have no idea whether you will continue watching this video or not. Another example, whether you support me or criticize me, I will continue working hard. This structure is very useful in formal writings and essays. Now, here is a very important rule that you must follow, which I want you to listen very carefully. This is very important for exams and specifically fluent English. So, after correlative conjunctions, the structure must be balanced. Remember that, okay? Do not forget to balance the structure. What I mean is the grammar on both sides should match, okay? It must not be like the first half of the sentence is you are using a different grammar and the next part of the sentence is completely different, okay? So that's what balance I'm talking about. If you say she not only sings but also a dancer, this is incorrect. Once you are saying singing, sings, and then you are talking about dancer, that's wrong. You have to use the verb again. So the right sentence should be, she not only sings but also dances. This is right, not dancer. Or one more sentence. If you are saying, he either wants to travel or studying at home. Now you're changing the grammar again. In the first half, you are using simple present. The second half, you are saying studying. That's wrong. So the right sentence should be, he either wants to travel or wants to study at home. So keep the grammar balanced. Keep the tenses same. Balance is the key to use correlative conjunctions properly. So now it's your turn. Complete these sentences in the comments. First, either you improve your English, dash, you stay behind. The next, she is not only confident, dash, also very intelligent. And do not also forget to make one sentence using this pair, both and. So let's see who gets it right first. Now let me share with you a quick recap of what we learned today. Correlative conjunctions always work in pair. Remember, team of two? And they join equal parts of a sentence. They make your English more powerful and structured. Parallel structure is very important. Remember the grammar part I told you? Balance it. If you start using these in your daily speaking practice, your English will immediately sound more fluent and advanced. And don't miss the next video because we are going to learn something very expressive and exciting. Well, I'm talking about interjections, the words that show strong emotions like surprise, happiness, anger, and excitement. Trust me, that lesson is going to be super fun and interactive. So stay tuned, subscribe to my channel, and keep practicing English every single day. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, bye.